'Cause you were born with mischief in your eyes and fire in your veins.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my wrap up for the month of July. So, yeah, I think I counted my total read at 21 books for the month. So it was a little crazy. So, as always, gotta grab my phone and we'll get right into it. Now that 21 books did count the fact that I read the Assassin's Blade, so like 5 of those were the short stories in the Assassin's Blade, but they count. So, the first book I read for this month was Blood Moon by Aurora Witt, which is the 3rd book in the Bloodmark saga, which I rated a 5 out of 5 stars. After that, I read Outpost by Anna Guire, which is the 2nd book in the Razorland saga. I'm calling it a saga because even though it's technically still labeled as a trilogy, Vanguard did come out, I'm still waiting to get it. But I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. And I need a place to put the ones I've already shown. After that, I read Rumors by Erica Kiefer. This is 0.5 in the Lingering Echoes series. After that, I read Moonborn by Terry Maggart, which is the 2nd book in the Heartborn series, which I rated a 5 out of 5 stars. And Rumors, I rated a 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, you guys. It's midnight. But yeah, 5 out of 5 to Moonborn, and you can find my review for this on my channel. And after that, I read Horde by Anna Guire, which is the 3rd book in the Razorland trilogy. But I also rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. And after that, I read Infinite Risk by Anna Guire, which is the 3rd book in the Immortal Game trilogy, and I also rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. I got a lot of series finished and caught up with this month. After that, I read Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, which is the 2nd book in the Dark Artifices series, and I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars, and dang, this book is heavy. So there we go. That section of books is done with. After that, I read Runes by Edna Walters, which is the 1st book in the Ruins series, which I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. And after that, I read Immortals by Edna Walters, which I also gave a 4 out of 5 stars. And even though it's like way on the bottom of this pile, I gotta grab it. So after that, I read a bunch of stories in the Assassin's Blade. So Assassin and the Pirate, which is point 1, I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. And The Assassin and the Healer, which is point 2, I also rated a 4 out of 5 stars, and this will be making another appearance. But after those two, I read Half Wild by Sally Green, which I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. And actually, I read these two, Half Wild and Half Lost, before I even started the Assassin's Blade. It's just how they are on my phone. So after that, I read Half Lost by Sally Green, which is the 3rd book in the Half Bad trilogy, which I also rated a 4 out of 5 stars. After that was The Assassin in the Desert, which I rated a 4 out of 5 stars, and that was point 3. And then where's point 4? Wow, that was way up there. The Assassin in the Underworld, which was point 4, I rated a 4 out of 5 stars, and The Assassin in the Empire, which was point 5, I rated a 5 out of 5 stars, and overall I rated the entire book a 4 out of 5 stars. After that, I read Frost Like Night by Sarah Rash, or I should say I finished it. I had actually started this like 2 weeks before I finished it, but I rated that a 4 out of 5 stars, and that was the final book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. After that, I read Night of the Purple Moon by Scott Kramer, which is the Toucan series #1. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars, and I am not planning to continue the series. It just wasn't, it sounded good, but the execution wasn't there. And so then we get into the books that I read right before I recorded this. So if you guys are following along with Alphabathon, I managed to finish 3 books on day 1. So you guys, you know, if you've seen my TBR for it, you know that these were on it. So the first book I finished was The Hangman's Curse by Frank Peretti, which I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. I also finished Masquerade by Melissa De La Cruz, which is the second Blue Bloods book, which I also rated a 4 out of 5 stars. And the final book I read for this month was Revelations by Melissa De La Cruz, which is the third book in the Blue Blood series, which I also rated a 4 out of 5 stars. So, yeah, I read a lot this month. Hopefully I can push that and do it again next month, because I have my TBR at my feet right now. There are quite a few books in there. Yeah, I actually have a couple more over here too, because they're the Alphabathon TBR. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have read any of these, what you guys thought of them. If you're interested in them, let me know. And be sure to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, everyone.
'Cause you were born with mischief in your eyes, and